It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the Niners and the Cards, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago, the Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. We get our first look now at Trey Lance, ready to quarterback this San Francisco offense. And Lance, the number 3 pick in the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State.
And you remember that when the 49ers made that big trade and paid a steep price to move up from number 12 to number 3, they gave up 3 firsts and a third-round pick. Everyone was wondering, who are they coming up to get? Was it Mac Jones at Alabama, Justin Fields at Ohio State, or was it Trey Lance out of North Dakota State, a true one-year starter on the 1AA level? But they certainly believed in Lance's mental ability as well as his physical ability, and they think that he could play right away if need be. And here he is.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Isaiah Simmons.
He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
To throw, it's Lance.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
First down, Murray.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
The 49ers who come out here on offense are 2-1 on the season. They suffered their first loss of the year, week 3. And that one might sting for a while. 30-28, they fall their home opener to the Packers on Sunday night. For a while there, it looked like Jimmy G might be the hero. He hit Kyle Juszczyk for a touchdown pass, just 37 seconds on the clock. But that's too much time for Aaron Rodgers. He had other ideas. He gets the Packers in field goal range. Mason Crosby hits the 51-yarder to win it and drop the Niners from the ranks of the unbeaten, Charles.
And it's so tough because as a defense, you're trying to defend the entire field. But you know he wants to go to certain people, and yet somehow it still happens. Because remember, on the last drive, Rodgers hit Devontae Adams for the big throw. But all in all, this 49ers team, there's a lot to like. You know, you got Nick Bosa back on defense, rushing the passer and looking good. Fred Warner's one of the better linebackers in the league. And then Jimmy G has played well despite the pressure of Trey Lance being there. So I think this 49ers team, they're going to be in it to the end. Just a tough loss at home against Green Bay.
And they'll be at home next week, Charles, hosting Seattle. Week 5, they go to Arizona.
Delay of game,
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And now it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Out again are the Arizona Cardinals, and they won't get tired of hearing this. 3-0, and one of the final 5 unbeaten teams in the league this season. Their latest win comes over the Jacksonville Jags, 31-19, giving the team its first 3-0 start since 2015. And Arizona's offense, Charles, spectacular again in this one. They lead the NFL in scoring. Even playing in an incredibly tough division, these guys look like they may be the front runners, and they may be the real deal this year.
I absolutely believe that they are the real deal this year because it's not just what they're doing on offense. Although when you score at least 30 points and have over 400 yards in every game, you're likely to win the games that you have in front of you. Even though Kyler Murray had no passing touchdowns this week, he still put up 316 yards and had one on the ground, that extra dimension that teams have to prepare for, and rarely do they solve it. And I love the fact that they were tough, Brandon. Trailed at halftime, got a rush touchdown from James Conner, and a pick 6 from cornerback Byron Murphy Jr. in the span of 3 plays, and it erased a 9-point lead in the 3rd quarter. This team, they're acting like they are for real.
We mentioned the division. A couple of tough division games coming up. They'll play at the LA Rams this week, and then week 5, they host San Francisco.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A.J. Green makes a nice catch for a 1st down wearing that familiar number 18. But the uniform, a little bit unfamiliar. He did spend 9 seasons in Cincinnati, was their 2nd all-time leading receiver behind Chad Johnson before heading out west to join the Cardinals.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And Murray will run it here. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Murray to run again.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Murray now. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Here's Conner on the read option.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
James Conner.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Lance looking to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hands it off out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Let's do this. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. An option handoff given to Connor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Murray hook it up with Kirk for an Arizona first down. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep.
Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time a 6-play drive, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lance now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
The 49ers traded up to snag Brandon Ayuk at pick 25 in the 2020 draft out of Arizona State. He was in and out of the lineup a little bit in his rookie year. Only played in 12 games, but was awfully productive when he was out there with 60 catches. And there's another one, this time for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. That's into the hands of Dwelly. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From midfield, here's Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
What's the deal, dog?
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, Sermon.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Lance going to throw.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner 1st.
Deebo Samuel was a revelation for the 49ers in their run to the NFC Championship in his rookie year of 2019. Injuries kept him to just 7 games last year, but he brings a dimension of creativity when he's out on the field. And he makes a nice catch there for a 1st down.
Lance now on 1st down.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Working from the gun, Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers are back within a score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And Daniels has it, left side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 24, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receivers understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This is caught, it's Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
First down grab there by Christian Kirk, now in his 4th season with the Arizona Cardinals, and they would like to get the ball to him a little bit more. Just 48 catches last year. Typically, when he catches it, it results in big plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running right on the option is Murray. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. Connor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Connor. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked by Marcel Harris. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
He hasn't had his usual star-studded performance so far, but still the second quarter, and they're still up on the scoreboard.
And sometimes even as a decoy, you can have a big impact on the game, and that's what we've seen thus far. They're still able to get it done. They found other ways. They haven't had to utilize him as a top priority just yet, but you know he's waiting and available.
Yeah, now the question is, how will they utilize him here? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got his man. It's Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Thomas.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, glancing down here at the Week 4 NFL schedule, a couple of games that I have circled, Charles. Arizona at the Rams, a couple of 3-0 teams. But Sunday night, never going to be short of drama in this one when you've got Tampa Bay and Tom Brady going to New England.
Yeah, and Gronk going along with him, right? Where Tom goes, Gronk goes. But I'm really proud of you, partner, because you actually added a second game because, let's face it, the whole league is focused on the one that you mentioned on Sunday night. The whole world is focused on that one. That is going to be dramatic. But you mentioned Arizona and the Rams. 3-0 teams in the NFC West, arguably the toughest division in the league. One of them is going to come out and lead that division likely. How about a few others? Kansas City and Philadelphia. Can the Chiefs get back on the beam on the road? And will they have their coach Andy Reid back? They expect to have him there. Carolina at Dallas. Carolina going back to the state of Texas for the second week in a row. Beat Houston at Houston last week. Now they're going to go play Dallas. And last but not least, Thursday night, Jacksonville at Cincinnati. The last two #1 overall picks at quarterback, Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow. And right now, Joe Burrow is playing at a higher level.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that will tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw again on second down. Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun on third down, Murray going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Ayuk to return it. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and 5. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Taken at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a terrific first half from the former #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Murray. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Connor on the read option. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw, it's Murray. He will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 23 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An option handoff given to Connor. A 1st down for Connor and then some. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh. And his best year with the Steelers, 2018. Named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup. But with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
Murray now on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out on the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Now a second down and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Thomas. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lance now to throw.
Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Second down at 4. Lance looking to throw it.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Now he's flushed out left. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Being chased out and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, it's Murray. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Murray's pass intercepted by the 49ers.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trey Sermon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Sly on for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by the rookie Trey Sermon. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive will start with an option going left. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Play action. Now it's Murray. Out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Murray getting this complete to Connor.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go. Here we go.
Murray now. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Murray.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
On 2nd and goal, Murray to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Right there.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Open man Green, he's got it. Touchdown Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Cardinals have taken the lead.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Now Prater to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Lance now on first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
He was looking for Elijah Mitchell out of the backfield.
And now it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's second and 10. Here's Lance.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Lance on third down. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Jordan Phillips drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be fourth and long.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Murray now on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Nick Bosa had an outstanding freshman campaign in 2019 with a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seemed to sag right along with it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Matt Prater in for the Cardinals field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. Now Lance.
It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Credit that to the rookie first-rounder Zaven Collins, the former Tulsa Golden Hurricane. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
After the sack on first down,
Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Sermon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw, it's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Lance going to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Slide for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. On the return, Andy Isabella. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Right back to Connor here on 1st. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Zaven Collins, rookie 1st-round pick there on the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 45 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Isabella. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 7. A minute 50 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First down now, but that clock rolling. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw, Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Murray to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one is tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Prater on to add the extra point. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Prater to add the PAT. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Thomas. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And this is incomplete. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3 and out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge 3rd down call coming up.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Lance finding Kittle, 1st down San Francisco.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
This is Sermon.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
Here's Sermon.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Shotgun now for Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. On the return, Isabella. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. First throw of overtime for Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch 36.
Now Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Murray now on first down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. That catch good for only a couple. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. Murray now. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.